In this video, we are going to see how to write stories with ChatGPT. Now, we know that ChatGPT is a language model developed by OpenAI, which is an artificial intelligence and deployment company that helps you in generating human-like context and text and images. Now, here, let's say that every time a new row is added in your spreadsheet, here we have taken the example of Google Sheet. So, every time a new topic is added, so you want that with the help of ChatGPT, first the story should be generated. And then a document should be created in the name of the story, and then this story should be appended to the same document. Then the link of that document should be again shared in Google Sheet. Now, how can this entire thing be integrated and automated? For this, you will have to integrate these applications, and the same thing can be done using Pabbly Connect. So, here your trigger application will be Google Sheets, then your action applications will be ChatGPT, Google Docs, and again it will be Google Sheets. Now, how can you do this yourself? Integrate and automate this entire process. To understand that, let me take you to my screen.
So welcome to my screen, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can write stories with the help of ChatGPT. So here, first of all, I'm going to type the URL pabbly.com/connect, and as we do that, here we have reached the landing page of this software. Now since I'm an existing user, I'm simply going to click on sign in. If you are a new user, click on sign up. It won't take more than 2 minutes and you would be able to create your own account. Now here we have reached all applications page. Let's click on access now for Pabbly Connect. So as we do that, here we have reached the dashboard. Now on the right hand side, you can see a tab create workflow. So as I click on this, another dialog box appears which is asking us to name this workflow. Now here I'm going to name it like write stories with ChatGPT. Now we here know that ChatGPT is designed to understand and generate human-like text. So basically what it can do is it can engage with conversation with people and answer questions just like a human. And it is a large language model developed by OpenAI. So I'm going to click on create now. And as I do that, here we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. So one is trigger, another one is action. Now triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. So trigger is when this happens, action says do this. Action here is the response of your trigger application. Now as per this integration, my trigger application here will be Google Sheets. Let's say that I have got certain titles in my Google Sheet and I want every time a new title is added to that Google Sheet, then automatically with the help of OpenAI, first a story should be generated with relevance to that topic. Then I want to create a document in the name of that topic and then save it. So I'm going to choose here my trigger event as new or updated spreadsheet row. So as I do that, here you can see we have received a webhook URL. This here is going to act as a bridge for connecting Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect so that Pabbly Connect can have access to the information. Now I'm going to copy this. Once done, please read the following help desk carefully. So once you have read this, you would be able to set up the integration. How do you have to do that? Let me show you the same. So this here is my Google Sheet and the name of the spreadsheet here is OpenAI Stories. Then I have got two column fields. One is topic and another one is document link. Let's say the topic is the materialistic world. Now with this topic, I want to first write a story with the help of OpenAI. Now to integrate this Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect, first I'm going to go to extensions. Then let's go to add-ons. Here you would be able to see get add-ons. Click on this. Now as we do that, here we have reached Google Workspace Marketplace. Here I have to look for Pabbly Connect webhooks. So this particular application is absolutely important to be installed in your system. Now it is already installed on my system. So what you have to do is once you install this, close this window, and now you have to make sure that you refresh the page. This is a mandate step. And once you have refreshed this, please wait for a few seconds and then we are again going to go back to extensions, and here you would be able to see Pabbly Connect webhooks. Now let's go to initial setup. So as I reach here, you can see that the system has already selected the sheet. This is sheet 1. So it has already been selected by the system. Now here we have to paste the webhook URL, this URL that we have just received. So I'm going to copy this once again, go back to the sheet, and here I'm going to paste it. Now comes the trigger column. So the trigger column is the final data column where the data is added. So in this particular sheet, you can see that the final data column where the data is added is column A. So I'm going to write A here and click on send test. Now as we do that, you can see that the test data has been sent successfully. So let's click on submit now, and here we can see that the configuration is all set. So once this is done, close the window. Now the integration has been done, but always remember that next time in real time when the data is coming, you want Pabbly Connect to receive the data, and it would be able to do the same only when the send on event has been checked. All you have to do is you have to click on this. So as you do that, next time when you will again open this, you would be able to see a tick mark right in front. So let me show this. Yes, you can see a tick mark right in front. Okay, this is absolutely important. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect, and you can see that we have received the API response. So the trigger column is A. What is the topic? The materialistic world. Then the name of the spreadsheet here is OpenAI Stories. This is the sheet ID. Then we have the sheet name, again sheet ID, and here we have the row index. Now once I have received this information, I'm going to choose my action application as ChatGPT, and here what would be my action event? Ask ChatGPT. Let's click on connect. So I have already logged into my ChatGPT account. Here I'm going to click on add new connection. Now to set up this connection, we need this token. And how can we find this? So here it is written, OpenAI uses API keys for authentication. Kindly visit your OpenAI API keys page to get the API key which you need to enter here. So I'm going to click on this hyperlink as I've already logged into my OpenAI account, and you can see this is the API keys page. Let's click on create new secret key. So you can see that API key has been generated. I'm going to copy this, go back to Pabbly Connect and paste this over here. So once this is done, let's click on save to set up this connection. So yes, you can see that ChatGPT is now connected with Pabbly Connect. So the next thing that we have to do is we have to select the AI model. So here we have got two options, GPT 3.5 Turbo and GPT 3.5 Turbo 0301. So this one is the latest. So I'm going to go ahead with this, and now comes the prompt. So here my prompt is write a short story on, and then here I have mapped the topic in 200 words. So I'm going to click on save and send test request. And here we have received the response. So we can see, I'm going to first take you down, and this here is the story that we have received. So once upon a time in a world ruled by materialism, everything was about possessing as much wealth and power as possible. And then here you can see this is the entire story that we have received. Okay, so now once I have received the story, what do I want? I want to create a Google document where I want to append the story. So here I'm going to choose my action step as Google Doc. Here the application will be Google Document. And what would be the action event here? To create a blank document. So I'm going to first click on connect. So here I already have logged into my Google Docs account. So I'm going to click on add new connection, sign in with Google. So here we have to select the account. Once done, it is going to ask us for the access. So I'm going to click on allow. And as I do that, you can see that the authorization has been successful. So once this is done, here I want to enter the document name. So let's say that I want the name of the document to be same as the name of the story. So here I'm going to go to step 1, and this here is the topic. Let's click on save and send test request. And as I do that, you can see a document has been created. Basically, we have received this API response. Now I'm going to take you to my Google Docs account, and you can see a blank document has been created. The name is the materialistic world, right? So let's see the response that we have received. And as I take you down, so here you can see, let me take you down. This here is the document ID. This is the document ID that we have received. Now once I have received this, I want to append the information. So I'm going to add another action step. This time again, the application will be Google Docs. Let's click on this. And the action event here would be append a paragraph to a document. Let's click on connect. I'm going to go ahead with the existing connection. And now as I take you down here, we can see the name of the document is appearing. But I want to map the document ID. For this, I'm going to first turn this mapping button on. Now I'm going to delete this. And as I take you to step 3, and as I take you down, so here is the document ID. So I have mapped the same. The next one is inserted text. So what is the text that I want to append here? So I'm going to click on this, go to step 2, and this here is the message content. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request. And as I do that, here you can see that I have received the API response. Let's go and check our Google document, and yes, you can see that the entire story is now a part of this document. What is the name of the document? The Materialistic World, which is the same name as that of my story. Now what is my objective? My objective is to share the link of this document in my Google Sheet. But here you can see that it is not a public document. It is only private to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Pabbly Connect, and here I'm going to add another action step. This time the application here will be Google Drive. So let's go and check for Google Drive. And as I do that, here the action event here would be to share a file with anyone. So basically I'm going to make it public. Let's click on connect. So here again we have to connect Google Drive with Pabbly Connect. For this I'm going to click on add new connection, sign in with Google. Then first we have to choose the account, and then we have to provide the access. So once we have done this, so here you can see that the authorization has been successful. Now here we have to enter the file ID. So I'm again going to turn this mapping button on, then I'm going to delete this. I'm going to go to step 4, and this here is the document ID. Let's click on save and send test request. And yes, here you can see that we have received the API response, which basically means that now this particular file is shared to everyone. Let's go and check the same. And yes, here you can see that the sharing thing has been changed. Now it is public on the web. Now I want this particular web link to be shared in my Google Sheet. So I'm going to add my final action step, and this time it will be again Google Sheet. So let's click on this, and the action event here would be to update cell value. Let's click on connect. So as I do that, here it is asking to connect itself with the Google Sheets account. So I'm going to save the existing connection. And as I do that, here first of all we have to select the spreadsheet. So this is OpenAI stories. Then you can see that since there was only one sheet, so it has already been selected by the system. And now comes the range, and we have to enter the range in this format: column name and row index. So what is the column name here? Column name is B. So I am going to enter B here. For the row index, I'm going to go to step 1, and this here is the row index. Now comes the value. For this, I'm going to click on this and go to step 5, and this, let's go down. So this here is the web view link, and now I'm going to click on save and send test request. So finally, I have received the API response. Let's go and check our Google Sheet, and yes, you can see that the link has been appended, which basically means that our integration is a complete success. Now we also need to check the same in real time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type another topic here. So let's say the topic is the importance of AI in present scenario. Now as soon as the topic has been written, what should happen? So first of all, with the help of OpenAI, the content should be generated, then a document should be created, the value should be appended, then the status of the file should be changed from private to public, and finally the link of that particular document should be appended here in my Google Sheet. And yes, here we can see that we have received the link. Now let's go and check our Google Documents, and here you can see the importance of AI, and here we have the story. So this basically means our integration is a success. Now I'm going to take you to Pabbly Connect to understand what we have done. So here our trigger application is Google Sheets, where the event is new or updated spreadsheet row. Then our action application is ChatGPT, where the event is ask ChatGPT, and then we have used Google Docs as an action application to create a blank document, and then we have appended a paragraph to a document. Then we have used Google Drive to share the file with anyone to make it public, and our final action application is Google Sheets to update the cell value. I hope this is absolutely clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow which is given in the video description. You can also clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any specific integration to work on, you can always write to us.
Not only this, but you can integrate multiple applications using Pabbly Connect software. To ask any of your query, you have to write at forum.pabbly.com. You can also visit our website, which is www.pabbly.com/connect. To get all the details about the latest updates, the integrations and applications, you can visit our Facebook group. If in case you have found this video helpful, then do not forget to share this with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get into automation and make their life easy. I'm going to see you very soon with different integrations and automations. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Take care of yourself.